So, hey everyone, what's going on? It's Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little preview for you for the game that's coming up tonight, 8 p.m. versus Brentford at Old Trafford. Come on, United! Let's show a little bit of fucking pride, seeing as we've been so shite this season. How are you all doing today, guys? Thank you for joining. Mickey Kramer, we've got Naz786 in here, the Vootinator, Don Gunchilioni, I saw a minute ago as well, Mickey Kramer, Peter Abate, Ninja Starman, Naz786, Wiggy. Lots of legends getting in at the start of the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Do us a favour at the start of the show, smash that like button, give it a cheeky little share around on the socials if you fancy doing that as well, helping us out. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, get yourself involved in the chat, in the bants throughout. We're going to be getting in for all the team news, or the latest United news, of course, of the day, but also your guys' thoughts and opinions about what's going to go on later. We'll get into that shortly. Great to see you all. Ruthless Sausage, Real Killers, Andy, Gungshi, Guzmaro7, and everyone else as well. Do us a favour at the start of the show, as I say, drop a like and get your thoughts and opinions in. Okay, so let's get into the team news, guys, for the game tonight. Of course, United are playing Brentford. Firstly, let's just talk about Rangnick for a second. He's been talking ahead of the game, and he's sort of reflected on how it's been a nice time to manage the Red Devils. Fair play. It's not been the best of times, in all fairness. In regards to injuries, he gave us a bit of an update and just said that when he was asked about having 8 players out against Chelsea, do you expect any of them to be back for the Brentford game? He said, I hope so, but right now I don't know. So we have to wait and see what will happen in the next couple of days. Very much hope that 2 or 3 of those players will be available. So this is what he said previously before the game. But obviously now today, we've got fresh team news that a couple of sort of unexpected players are actually back in the matchday squad. So quite interesting stuff, guys. This is what it's shaping up like. So this is the confirmed squad to face Brentford. This was on the MEN earlier today, just this afternoon. And it's a confirmed squad to face Brentford. David De Gea, Heaton, Henderson, Fernandez, which is Alvaro Fernandez, Tellez, Bailly, Jones, Varane, Dalot, Lindelof, Lingard, Matic, Fred coming back into the fold, McTominay, Mata, Fernandez, and then you'll see Cavani up the top there as well is going to be featuring and was pictured. As you can see, there he is, the big handsome bastard, waving at the Paps. So we have got a couple of Manchester United players back in there that haven't been playing for a little while, i.e. Cavani's been out for quite a long time. I wonder if he'll feature from the bench or something like that. Thank you very much, Clark Piggott, for getting in here with your thoughts and opinions. I totally agree with you, mate. He says, De Gea, Ronaldo, Fred and Garnacho can hold their head high and know that they gave it everything. The rest, maybe Bruno was okay for half of the season, can suffer knowing they assisted in ruining the club. You're fucking spot on, mate. Great comment. Most of these guys have been absolute bottle merchants all season long. There's a couple of other guys, maybe. I mean, Matic recently has been okay, etc. But most of the time, a lot of these players have just not lived up to it. You're right. They need to try and restore some pride against Brentford tonight, don't they? That's what we need to do, because it's been quite pathetic. In regards to what he said about the Brentford game, he said you could even see in the first game, I remember watching on TV, they won 2-0 against Arsenal. They won 2 or 3 weeks ago, 4-1 at Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. We had our problems in the first game, in the first half. We could have been 2-0 down, and we could only manage to change and turn the game in the second half. This will not be an easy game for us. And he's right, guys. He's absolutely spot on. I don't think this is going to be a walk in the park at all. I'll tell you for why. Manchester United are shite right now, guys. I'm sorry to say, but we are a shadow of our former selves. You look at where we are in the form guide. Never mind our league position, which is gash, but let's just talk about the form guide. We're 15th in the form table in the Premier League. 15th. Brentford, on the other hand, they're 4th in the form guide in the form table. So in terms of who's a better informed team right now, well, that actually does go to Brentford. Manchester United, we drew with Leicester. We lost to Everton 1-0. We beat Norwich 3-2. We lost to Liverpool 4-0. We lost to Arsenal Hollands 3-1. And we drew with Chelsea 1-0. Those are our last 6 results in the Premier League. Brentford, on the other hand, they beat Burnley 2-0. They did lose to Leicester 2-1. They beat Chelsea 4-1. They beat West Ham 2-0. They beat Watford 2-1. And then they've just drawn with Tottenham. So there's nothing to say that Brentford are an easy side. They're a pushover side whatsoever, especially based on recent form. Obviously, Thomas Frank, they do play good football. You know, he is, as Rangnick said, they were a team to watch out for, really, because they're dangerous. And you can see from those results that that's the case. So in terms of what Manchester United are going to do tonight and how we're going to approach this game, we've just got to be a lot better than we have been recently and hope that Brentford don't turn up and actually cause us a bunch of problems, which they might do. So I'm not feeling overly confident going into this one. I'm just going to get my score prediction in at the start of this video. We usually do it a bit later, but I'll get my score prediction in at the start, and then I'll hear what you guys have got to say as well. And then we'll maybe do it again at the end for the people who are just getting in at the end. But my score prediction for the game tonight, because of the form, because of what's going on, because of how bad United have been and the situation, I'm going to say we are going to win the game. We're going to win 2-1. I think we'll concede because Manchester United always concede. We're kind of gash. And Brentford, definitely at this moment in time, they seem to be in a decent bit of form. So for those reasons, I think they'll give it a tricky game. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park. But I think the ultimate quality of United's team will shine through, i.e. the big Don Cristiano Ronaldo up top and some of the melters that have not played or performed very well recently. Maybe now that some of the pressure is off and there literally is nothing to play for, maybe we'll see some good performances. Plus also, maybe one or two of the youngsters will play in the team, which means that you might get some committed and hungry and fearless performances from some of the youngsters. So I'm thinking we will win the game. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Get your score predictions in there. Thank you everyone for joining and getting your thoughts in. So I'm going 2-1. Both goals I'm going for Cristiano Ronaldo because that's the kind of guy I am. I always feel like he's the one who's going to get us the business done. He's the individual brilliance that comes in this side and wins us games. He's the match winner. And if you look at the performances we've won recently, even games like against Norwich or Spurs, like where we've beat them, it's down to, a lot of it is down to some of Cristiano Ronaldo's brilliance. So I'm thinking he's going to get a couple of goals for us. Right then, score predictions from the live chat. Thank you all for joining and getting your thoughts in. Andy1753 thinks 3-0 win tonight. Get in. Thank you, Aaron. He says, smash a like for the pig. We got 100 legends watching, nearly at 50 likes. We can do better than that. Give it a cheeky little Bacon Brigade like spike. Get your thoughts and opinions in. Sullivan25, how are you doing, my friend, as well? You think it's going to be a draw, Peter Abate? Gabriel thinks we're going to get smashed. Send location, we're going to get smashed. 2-1 says Keshav Jansan Singh. 1, oh, Lucifer, going to miss the match. Oh, that's a bit of a gash one. Well, hopefully, you've got some good highlights to watch when you come back, mate, for all the right reasons. 4-0 to Brentford, says Gabriel. I would take a 2-1, says Narks. 3-1 to United, says Wiggy and Naz786. 2-1. Okay, yeah, a few people agreeing with me. Thank you, Sullivan. You've got a feeling it's a draw. 1-1, says Peter. 2-2, says Olber. 3-1, says O'Busy. 3-0, says Andy. Nice one. Guns to the only, mate. Thank you so much for your super chat there, my friend. Super chat. Gungshi, thank you, mate. Can we all just get a moment to just put a cheeky little sue in the live chat there for Don Gungstioni? Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Appreciate it, man. He says, the mild tingling in the loin area tells me United could win this one. That's just the Cialis, Gungshi. No, he says, but not without conceding first. Cheeky brace for Ronaldo. 3-1 to United. I like your style there, Gungshi. I like your prediction, mate. Cheeky brace for Ronaldo. I'm going for the same. I'm going for a brace for Ronaldo and a United win. 3-1 would be pretty good as well. But yeah, not without conceding first. I think that's also a good point that we should bring up in this, really. Whichever combination of defenders we've put out there recently, we've looked absolutely gash. So left backs have struggled, be it that Frey Bentos lover Luke Shaw or that Brazilian wax job Alex Tellez. Or if it's over on the other side as well, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the spider, not looked exactly very eight-legged since he's come in recently. And Diogo Dalot, good going forward, I suppose, but also gash defensively. So those wide areas in terms of defenders, very sus. In terms of the centre-back positions, well, thankfully, the human slab isn't going to be featuring and he is out for a little bit longer. Rafael Varane, I don't doubt his quality, but because of injuries and stuff, he's constantly in and out of the team, can't get settled. Plus, he doesn't have a settled partner. Victor Dwindloff, my goodness me, sometimes he performs really well. He did have a better first half of the season, but recently he has gone back to that classic Victor Dwindloff melt bag. And we've got Eric Bailly who could come in. He's obviously an erratic player himself, but my goodness, I don't know. Whichever combination of players you put out there at the back, it's ropey. And because of how Brentford are doing at the moment in terms of the form, just got a feeling they will score as well. So, yeah, definitely think we're going to concede tonight. 2-1, says Jamie. I'm going for the same, Jamie. How you doing there, Jamie? 2-1 to Brentford, says Dan Davey. Don't think we'll win another game this season. Nosy Bond thinks 2-0 to United. 2-0 Ronaldo and Cavani, says Fire Ants. Ninja Starman says 1-1. Gabriel says 4-0, smashed up. The Vutinator thinks that 3-1 if Lingard doesn't play. 2-1 if he does. Jesse Lingard could be in contention to start. Right, let's just have a look at this, guys. So that's the confirmed squad that will face Brentford. So that's the matchday squad. Couple of inclusions in it which are notable. Edinson Cavani is actually back in the matchday squad. So there were some thoughts that maybe he would be back to training or, could be featuring soon. But nobody really thought he'd be back in the matchday squad for this game. But he is. We've got Garnacho in there as well, who could be in line for a start. But also at the same time, he has played yesterday against Liverpool under-23s and a couple of players I have, such as Alvaro, Fernandez as well, Mejbri, etc. So a lot of these players have already played in the last sort of 28, 24 hours. So it's very unlikely that they're going to be starting the game, but I do expect that a lot of these players, all of them, in fact, that I just mentioned there, hopefully, well, not Mejbri because he's not in the matchday squad, but you know what I mean? A lot of these players to start would be to feature in the game and come on as a substitute would be fantastic. Not start, I don't think they'll start, but you never know. You might just see Garnacho or one of these whippersnappers put in there who've got the stamina to do it, but I personally don't think that they will be starting, but we should see them in the game. Hey, Zayn Miasi getting in here with a super sticker as well. Thank you so much, Zayn. Can we get a sue in the chat for Zayn? He says, game over. That's what he's got to say, Zayn. Listen, Zayn. Can you just put a normal comment in the live chat, please, and actually have an opinion? Oh, fucking hell, he has done. He says Brentford 3, United 0. Oh, no. Same Yassi. Okay, well, look, in terms of form and stuff, Brentford are actually in better form right now. United are reeling. Depends what Rangnick's going to do in terms of who he's going to start as well. Now, I actually think if he plays more of the youngsters, we might play better, because if he goes with players like Rashford, proven Trashford, then we're probably just going to come up with the same old gash performance that we've seen from him all season long. Maybe not. Maybe now there's nothing to play for. He might just wake up and have a good game if he plays. But I don't know. Zayn's at it again, is he? No, I mean, fucking hell. Zayn Miasi's at it again. You see, this is it. You give Arsenal top four. They give them that top four trophy that they so desperately seek. And you won't ever hear the bloody end of it, I tell you. Especially if we don't have top four, guys. This is what has happened with this season. This is the season of nightmares, guys. Man United are sick. You saw the results in the last couple of days as well. Tottenham and Arsenal both winning. By the way, we should just go and get Son Heung-min. You know what I mean, guys? Like, why? Oh, it's such a shame he's actually loyal to those Spurs mounts. I don't really understand it. They're absolutely bang average and shite. But anyway, we're no much better at the moment, in all fairness. In fact, we're now 6 points behind Tottenham, and they've got a game in hand on us, and they're in 5th place. Arsenal have got a game in hand on us, and they are 8 points ahead. So in terms of, I don't know if Zayn means game over as in regards to the season and our top four race, but yeah, there's no possible way we get it now, guys. That's it. We have officially shut the bed. Son is a baller. Absolutely nice to show that. He's just consistently boss, isn't he? You look at the amount of goals he scores in the Prem. I mean, that second goal yesterday was special as well. That's just a lovely place to finish into the top left. He's a very good player. We've always talked about Son and said we should go and get him. People talking about Harry Kane. Fuck Harry Kane. Let's go and get Son Heung-min. Smash a one in the live chat if you agree. It's not going to happen, though. But then again, they don't have Champions League football either, do they? So, you know. But anyway, I'm just saying, yeah. I would like to see it, but it's not going to happen. Okay. Right, guys, let me get back into the preview informazione. So, Brentford, yeah, good form. Much better last 6 games than us. They're looking decent. Manchester United looking ropey, struggling against anybody. It's a nightmare. In terms of some team news, there it is. There is a couple of players still out, as we've mentioned. So Manchester United will be without Harry Maguire. Edinson Cavani is in the matchday squad. He was thought to be a doubt as well. And we've got some of the same usual players out, such as Jadon Sancho. He's out with an illness still at the moment. Tonsillitis, I believe it is. Luke Shaw's got those bolts, had his bolts out of his leg and stuff, so he's out to probably the remainder of the season. Paul Pogba's out with a calf injury as well, maybe to the end of the season. Harry Maguire's still got a knee injury. He'll be back next week. And of course, no Mason Greenwood either. So, and that's basically the players that are all out. Then you've got some players that are, doubtful, maybe, such as Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's got a knock. Jay Lings is in the squad, but whether or not he'll play is another reason, or is another question. Fred is actually back in the squad after having a hip injury. So there was a lot of thoughts that maybe he wouldn't be quite back ready to play, but he is. And I think he's going to play, guys. So this is my team prediction anyway. So we've talked about what the confirmed squad is. Let's have a look at my team prediction for Ralphie Rangnick tonight. Bear in mind a couple of these youngsters that we talked about have played in the under-23s yesterday. So otherwise I would be saying, yeah, let's see Garnacho start. Let's see, some of these players put in there. But we do have a couple of youngsters in the squad. But this is what I think is what's going to go out there tonight and play the game. So we got Davide De Gea in goal. we've got Dallo, Varane, and Bailly. I've stuck Bailly in there because why not? Why does Ralph Rangnick hate Bailly so much, guys? Why does he absolutely hate Bailly? It makes no sense, man. Bailly's actually decent, most of the time. And since he came back from the Africa Cup of Nations, he's barely played him, if at all. He needs to play. Give him a fucking game. It's not like Victor Lindelof's been covering himself in any glory lately, is it? He's been bang average as well. So definitely I think that Eric Bailly should be given a game because why not? Even if he is going in the summer, fuck me. There's a lot of players that just don't deserve to play based on recent form. Give him a chance. That's what I say. Smash a 1 with me. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you agree with me. Smash a 2 if you totally disagree with me and you do not think that Eric Bailly should be playing at all for Man United for the rest of the season. Let me know. Let me just move that out of the way so we can see a little bit better. But, yeah, okay. A few people say that Eric Bailly should be. Oh, thank you, Kieran, Wiggy, Flabby, Opabus, Fire Ants, Ninja Star Man. You agree with me? Thank you, Rob. Exactly. He couldn't be doing any worse than the performances you've seen from, well, any of the centre-backs recently, really. Even Varane's been ropey. But certainly, Lindelof has been all over the place. In the last game, it was pathetic, in fact. He was very lucky for Davide De Gea, again, to come into his rescue. Otherwise, we'd be talking about what an even more gasher player he is. And then Eric Bailly just hasn't had the chance. If Maguire's been shite all season, doesn't deserve to play rest of the season. Bailly should get a little run now, I think. Just let him prove to the new manager, not necessarily to Ralph, but let him prove to the new manager if he's got anything to offer Manchester United. Let him show it, because we've seen what the other guys have got to offer, which is a steaming pile of shite. So let's see what Eric Bailly can offer. Thank you, Jack Abernathy, Dilly Hill, Mickey Kramer, all getting in here. Yeah, that's right, Richard Rojas. He says, Bailly is good. It's totally wrong that United doesn't play him. I couldn't agree more with you, pal. Thank you for your opinion there and getting in here. Right, so Eric Bailly, guys, as you can see from the rest of my team here, we've got Telles. The only reason I'm selecting Telles is because Luke Shaw's out injured. And of course, Alvaro Fernandez did play in the last game yesterday as well for the under-23s. Otherwise, I'd be starting Alvaro Fernandez because, let's face it, Telles is an absolute melt recently as well. Sorry to say, but he can't defend to save his life. He is good going forward in the right league. The offensive attributes that he's got, such as the crossing, the corners, the free kicks, the penalties, all that stuff that he's done previously for Porto and shown sometimes glimpses for Manchester United are all great things. But defensively, he's not what we need. He's just all over the place. So, but he is going to start, I think, because of the current situation with the squad. And then you look at the midfield. Well, I've gone with Matic and Fred. McTominay was absolute bang average, dog turd shite out in the last performance. Not interested in seeing him again for a little while, in all fairness. So in terms of the midfield too, who would you choose, guys? Let me know in the live chat. Let's have a little vote. So I've gone for Matic and Fred. If Fred's back fit and he can start the game, maybe he can only play 60 minutes, but if he can start the game and play, I would play him because I think he's been better. Certainly under Rangnick, before he got injured, he was actually looking pretty good in a sort of more box-to-box role, surging forward, creating chances, and he was actually doing quite well. If you have Matic behind him, who can maybe be that more rock-solid, just sit back in front of the defence type player and allow Fred a little bit more defensive freedom, then he can actually not do too badly, I don't think. So I would go with Fred and Matic. Let's see what you guys are saying in the live chat. We got a couple of super chats here. Sorry, I missed those guys. Charlie Anthony, mate, thank you very much for your super chat. He says, I feel that this is going to be a 2-2 draw after United being 2-0 up. The reason the melt's at the back. Brentford, yeah, exactly. Brentford are in good form. The melt's at the back of the reason. So you think 2-0 up, 2-2 draw from being 2-0 up. That's a pretty precise prediction, mate, but I like it. So what you're saying is we go out 2-0 up and then we just absolutely bottle job it. Fair play to you there, Charlie Anthony. Can we get a sue in the chat there for Charlie? And also, Zayn Miasi's got another game over super sticker in there. Wind your neck in there, Zayn Miasi. That's all I'm going to say, mate. Wind your neck in. Right, okay, the midfield duo. Thank you so much, Zayn Miasi, for that, though. Medjbri starts as I will follow you. I'm not even sure if he's in the matchday squad, I don't think. McFred says Kashaf Jundung Singh. Matic, Fred says Richard Rojas. Fred and Matic says Abdi Leibachs. Hannibal and Matic says Joshua Whitfield. Hannibal, Matic and Bruno. Let's go and have a look at this because this is confirmed. Then again, there may well be some other players in there, but this is the confirmed squad. I don't see him in there, but hey, that could be, I suppose, slightly incorrect. That's from Manchester Evening News. Oh, hang on a second. Right, so, so McSaw says Keshash. He's just questionable, isn't he? Hannibal and Matic says Joshua. Matic says Real Killers. Medjbri and Iqbal Zidane says I will follow you. I like your style, mate. I want to see that as well, guys. I want to see Manchester United and Ralph Rangnick just basically play the kids now between now and the end of the season. I really think he should do that. Just give opportunities to youngsters who maybe deserve it. Some of these first-team players who have paid huge money have been performing like rank amateurs this season, and they don't deserve to be playing between now and the end of the season. There's nothing to play for anyway. Some of these players are going between now and the end of the season. So, like, even though Matic, I think, is a good player, right, and has played pretty well recently for us, it's like, really, he is definitely going at the end of the season. Shouldn't we just be giving an opportunity to a youngster? Like, damn the results, guys. In a way, damn the fucking results. Let's just see some full-blooded performances from these youngsters. Give them some experience. Give them some game time. There's nothing to play for. There's nothing to play for. So, as much as I love Matic, I think he's been a good player for United, and he's been pretty reasonably good recently. It's like, yeah, a lot of these players, it doesn't actually make sense for them to play, because if they're going... it's like Jesse Lingard's in the matchday squad today. Should Jesse play again for Manchester United? No, not really, no. Not when there's a 16, 17, 18-year-old who you could play instead, who it doesn't even matter who they are. If you could play somebody else, then they shouldn't be playing with Lingard at the moment for the last few games. So that's how I feel about some of the players who are going out. I don't think Ralph Rangnick's going to be as extreme or as bold as that, unfortunately, which is why I've gone for this prediction. But Matic and Fred in midfield, and then Bruno Fernandes starting in the game. Doesn't really necessarily deserve to start based on form, because he's been bang average as well. And he's been hugely disappointing, but I think he will start in the game, as is the same to be said for Rashford. Rashford has been one of our worst players all season long. But I think he will start in this game because Rangnick just maybe wants to give him something, just maybe give him a chance to try and kickstart himself before Ten Hag comes back. And also, if you look at who we've got available, well, okay, we do have like players like Garnacho that could maybe play out there, but he has played recently for the under-23, so it's unlikely that he would start the game. He may well come on, I'm sure he will. But Rashford is possibly going to start, and that's a depressing thought. This is not really a very bold team that I've gone for here, because I don't think Ralph Rangnick's going to do that. I really hope that he does. I think we should just play youth players between now and the end of the season, and to hell with the results. To hell with the results. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you agree with me, and just focus on giving these youngsters opportunities to impress the new manager. And of course, yeah, Ralph Rangnick's going to be the guy here selecting the team for now, and they've got to impress him too. But in the long-term picture of United, you've got to be looking at getting these youngsters through the system better. Hey, we got 170 legends. Thank you, Naz. Thank you, Charlie. We've got 170 legends watching, by the way. Let me give this a refresh, see how many likes we got on the video. If you're just joining us, guys, do us a massive favor. Take a moment to like the stream. We're only 16 likes away from 100. Can we get to the 100 likes? That is the question. It's free to like, and also it helps us boost up there on the algorithm and helps us compete with the clickbait merchants, the corporations, the shithouses, and the charlatans. So please do smash that like button if you haven't done, and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Get yourself in here. We'll be on here in a little bit as well. We're going to start about 7:30 for the watch along. So do get yourself in here. Olivier Shima says, do you think United is still in the race for top 4? Absolutely not. No, we're too many games behind Tottenham and Arsenal now. They've got games in hand on us, and they're quite far ahead of us in terms of actual points. So there's no way United can turn it around now. They literally have to lose all their games now, and United win all their games. It's not going to happen. They're not going to bottle all their games. I mean, they are bottle clubs. Tottenham and Arsenal are the definition of bottle merchants, but they're not going to bottle all their games now. I'm sorry to say. They're both coming good at the right time as well. Thank you, Chris Koo, for smashing the shit out of that like button, bro. Johnny Gallagher, what's going on, my son? Hope you're good today as well. Absolute lad. Super chat from Man United Hodge from Australia, mate. Get in there from down under, bro. He said Elanga didn't travel, did he? Let's have a double check. So, I mean, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. So that is an oversight from me there, my friend. I just assumed that Elanga would be playing, but yeah, you're absolutely right, mate. Doesn't seem like he is in the matchday squad here. He's in my team, though, so maybe he will. The stream's lagging, says Naz786. Oh, what? Oh, that's not good. Smash a 1 in the live chat if we're coming through okay, though. Let me know. Maybe it's just Naz786's Poundland internet. I don't know. Oh, Scroojo says the same. Oh, no, that's not good. Okay, so it is lagging out a little bit there. That's not cool. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for letting me know. Marie says, I would actually like to see Cavani get a goal today. Definitely. Yeah, that's a good point. Cavani's going to be back in the squad, and he will be featuring, hopefully off the bench. I wouldn't think that he's going to start the game, obviously, having just come back to fitness. Okay for you, says Gungshi. Okay. All right, guys, you might just have to give it a wee little refresh. Not really too sure what happened there. Sorry, yeah. Shame, guys. That's a shame. The stream's just gone down a little for a second there, but I think we're okay. Okay then, guys, I'm going to continue. Do let me know if it's shat the bed. The kickoff is at 8 p.m. Ninja Star Man. Thank you, Flabby G, for letting me know it's good for you. And Susan Lively Sue as well. Thank you so much. Nice one. Because it says it's coming through okay my end, but maybe there is an issue with it. I don't know. 8 p.m. is the time, yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, Flying Pig United fan. Thank you very much for letting me know. Neil Driscoll says the same as well. Shit the bed. Right, okay. So there you go, guys. That's basically it for the team news anyway. We are looking at, you know, a couple of the players are going to be out, as I say, that we know are still out. Jaden, Luke Shaw, Pogba, Maguire. But we could see players that we thought were going to be out, such as Fred and Cavani play. Devil's Reject, thank you so much for getting in with your super sticker, my son. I really appreciate that. Devil's Reject, thank you so much, boss. Nice one, mate. What a top man. Thank you so much for getting that in there. Not lagging where you are, Gary Butler. Devil's Reject, can we get a sue in the live chat for Devil's Reject? Black screen, says Neil Driscoll. This is really weird, guys. I reckon some of yours YouTubes is playing up. I don't know. It seems okay my end, but seems okay my end, guys. In all honesty, it does. Seems fine. Don't know what to tell you. I'm actually watching it back fine as well, so I don't know what's going on. There's no black screen for me, mate. Right, okay, so there's the match day squad, guys. Let me just get back on track here. So, yeah, in terms of the team news, that's what it is. Manchester United at the moment in time, in terms of the head-to-head stats, we're hosting Brentford for the first time in any competition since a 2-1 League Cup win in September 1975. So it's the first time they've come here to Old Trafford since 1975. Brentford are winless in 6 meetings with Man United in all competitions since beating them in 2-0 in the FA Cup in February 1938, which is obviously very interesting. Oh, nice one. She says, try refreshing. It's fine for me. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I'm not too sure what happened there. Nate H, thank you very much for getting in here with your super chat, my son. He says, J-Ling's interview after Liverpool match was so gash. Oh, yeah. What a stinker, mate. He just shouldn't be really in the squad or able to play at all. It wouldn't surprise me if Jesse Lingard does start tonight, though. You know, over on that maybe left-hand side, if Rashford's not going to feature for Ralph, it wouldn't actually surprise me. And if Langer's not available to be fit, then to fit to play, then it does actually make sense that would happen. Devil's Rejects says we'll probably get humiliated with our group of posers. Yeah, we're back, Clark Piggott. Not too sure what happened there. Jason Shane, how are you doing as well? We are going to struggle against this team, I think, because they're a decent Brentford side right now, and we are a bunch of melters. So Cristiano Ronaldo has scored 8 of Man United's last 9 league goals, with 7 of those 8 strikes arriving at Old Trafford. So that's a good omen in terms of him getting on the score sheet tonight. That's why I'm going for both goals scored by Cristiano Ronaldo, because he's the one that's actually only one of the players that's doing the business for us this season. Him and De Gea really are the only 2 that have been consistent for the whole season and to a good standard. Ronaldo has scored 8 of United's last 9 league goals, so that goes to show you the importance that this guy has in our team. He's also been involved in 24 goals in his last 18 Premier League games against newly promoted sides, 18 goals and 6 assists. So, you know, good omens here. In terms of David De Gea, just talking about him and what he brings us. Yeah, I know, Knox, Deshaun, 8 out of the last 9 goals are from Ronaldo in the league, yeah. De Gea, what he brings us, so De Gea has made 121 saves in the Premier League this season. He's 1 shy of his highest total in a single campaign, which was set in 2018-19. So if he makes 1 save, that goes to show you how shit United have been this season, really. If he makes 1 more save, then he's equaled the most saves he's ever made in a Premier League campaign for Manchester United, but with a few games left to spare of the season. So that does tell a story, in my opinion, about how gash Manchester United have been, and just in terms of conceding chances, but also how good David De Gea has been, because he's had to make a heck of a lot of saves this season. In fact, let's just get some special love hearts in the live chat for Cristiano Ronaldo and David De Gea, the only 2 true Manchester United players this season, if you ask me. Yeah, there might have been some purple patches from other players, such as, you know, Matic or Bruno or Fred at times. But let's face it, nobody's lived up to the shirt consistently like those guys have. De Gea and Ronaldo, the only 2 fit to wear the badge this season in many ways. So let's get some man love hearts in there for those guys. Solskjaer99, what's good, my man? Get in there. So Brentford are trying to get 3 consecutive top flight away wins for the first time in their history, by the way. So they are in good form. They've won 2 on the road in the last 2 Premier League games, and if they do that tonight, it will be 3 in a row away games in the top flight. The first time they've ever done that, and they're also unbeaten in their last 12 league games played on a Monday. 5 wins and 7 draws, so they like a cheeky little bit of a Monday night fixture. You can say that doesn't mean jack shit, but hey, it's interesting. They've also won 16 top flight points since the start of March. That's really good. 5 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. That's their form over the last 7 games. I mean, that's quite worrying for Manchester United because, wow, they're pretty decent. And in terms of all the games that they've, so they're unbeaten in all 6 of the games that Christian Eriksen has started. Just on Christian Eriksen really quickly, it's good to see him back playing football and doing well. He's also created 13 chances since joining the club, which is more than any other Brentford player in that period. I wouldn't turn down a cheeky little Christian Eriksen on a free transfer in the summer, guys, would you? I'm just saying, if he's available for free, you know, like, he is a fucking good player, guys. Like, Christian Eriksen proven in the Premier League. What is he, like 32 now, maybe? I don't know. I mean, he would be decent, man. I would take him. Smash a 1 if you would take him. We've got Bruno Fernandes, though. You don't really need that type of creative, midfielder. But it cannot hurt to have more quality players in the squad. Rajat Valencia, how you doing, my friend? Okay, and Ivan Toney's goals have been worth 9 points to Brentford in the Premier League this season. Prior to this weekend's game, only Cristiano Ronaldo's strikes have been more valuable to his side. So in terms of like individual sort of winning you points for your game and their goals in key moments, Ivan Toney's goals this season have won Brentford a few games this season, whereas Ronaldo is the only player to have done it individually and won it, you know, more for his team. So Cristiano Ronaldo, though, what an absolute goat this man is. Quite unbelievable, the fact that he came in with a few games of the season gone. He's played in a Manchester United side, which has nothing but struggled all season long. And he's managed to still score a heck of a load of goals. He's just missed out, I think, in 3rd place now in the goal-scoring charts because Son scored a brace yesterday. But other than that, he was joint 2nd, I think, just only behind Salah. When you consider Salah's season, what a great season Salah's had, and playing in that Liverpool team, which are on for a quadruple and are having a great season. And you think that Ronaldo's played for a bunch of absolute melters this season with a bunch of pansies around him, and he still managed to get those goals. Wow, what a player. What a player, guys. If he was playing for Liverpool or City, he'd have 30 goals this season. It wouldn't surprise me. So there you go. Hopefully he has a really big game tonight. It's on Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT, to probably have to do it for us individually, because I'm not sure if many of the other teams are going to, players in the team are going to be able to do it. Okay, then. I'm just going to get into the live chat very quickly, guys. See what you guys are saying about the game really quick. I do have a bunch of other Manchester United news we're going to get into very shortly also. But just on the game, let's see what you guys are saying. Thanks for joining. Once again, do drop that like button if you haven't done so. Hit the like on the video, smash the subscribe, and have your say. Get your thoughts and opinions in. Everybody's welcome to chat here as long as you're not a complete douchebag. Also, you need to be subscribed for 1 minute to chat. Let's go. Let's see what you guys are saying about the game. I'm going, let's get our predictions in then. I'm going for 2-1 to Manchester United. We will concede because we're a bunch of melters at the back. Whichever combination of players we choose, we're a bunch of absolute melts. So we probably will concede at 1 point, but it's about scoring. We've got Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT, up top. If some of these players turn up and perform like we know they can, a la Bruno Fernandes, who's been a stinker recently, but if he plays to anywhere near his abilities, then he can win us a game or score a goal or create a goal, something like that too. So because of the attacking talents we've got, because of the quality of the players we should have compared to Brentford, we should win the game. But we all know that football doesn't work like that, and it's about who wants it more. And if Brentford want it more and just are a better team, which it seems they are right now based on form, then they could cause an upset. So it's definitely not an easy game. Joseph says 1-1 written all over it. I'm good, thanks, Naz. Andrikos, how you doing as well? Amastan says 2-0 to United. 1-0 says Aaron. 3-2 to United says Chris Koo. 3-2, you're changing it, says Keshav. 3-1 says Scujo. 1-3-1 says Charlie Cox. Ronaldo brace. Thank you, Naz. 4-1 says Sim. 4-1 says Denbo. Hey, what's going on there, Big God Bob? He says Cristiano Ronaldo to score. Reason for tip, Ronaldo has scored 18 goals across 18 meetings with promoted sides in the Premier League, and he's struck in his last 2 games. Wow, okay, interesting, mate. Thank you very much for the stat there. Susan Lively Sue thinks it's going to be 3-1. Thank you, Vutin80, you legend. Rajat Valencia says 3-2, 2 by Ronaldo and 1 by Bruno. I like your style. 1-0 down, says Joseph Lewis. 5-2 to United, says Colm O'Connor. Go on then, Colm. I love that. Hey there, Nut. What's good, my friend? Yes, mate. He says 69, dude. 6-9. Nice, nice. It says Chelsea, says John Michael. What says Chelsea, mate? Where? Oh, shit. Oh, at the bottom there somewhere, maybe. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you, Palmerius, for getting your highlighted member comment in here as well, bro. Do get your highlighted member comments in if you're a member of the channel, guys. They're free if you've got one saved up for the month. That's what they're there for. Get your predictions in with a highlighted one if you want. Palmerius, what's good? Been a member for 15 months. Let's get a hashtag 15 months of a legend in the live chat. Palmerius, appreciate it. He says, big up, Pig. Shout out the mods and the community too. Let's get the dub today. Come on, my son. Thank you, Palmerius. You're an absolute legend, mate, for being a member of the channel for all that time. You're a star, mate. You're an absolute star. Thanks so much for joining and being a hero and supporting this channel all that time, mate. What a legend. What a legend. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing there, Tom Yayi, as well. Appreciate you. If you're new like Tom, you know what to do. 15 months. That is a long time. Thank you so much for supporting that for that time there, Palmerius. That's bloody awesome, mate. Okay, guys, right. Just very quickly then, I've got a few more little bits to get into. So this is what Rangnick has said in regards to Cristiano Ronaldo, just to quote him. Just we were talking about Ronaldo. He says, you need to ask Erik ten Hag about Cristiano into his system. Cristiano has showed that he can still be a vital part of this team, he told Sky. It's obvious that team needs more strikers. In fact, Rangnick has gone on to say that potentially United need two, maybe even 3 new forward players. So quite interesting, really, because of what's going on with, obviously, Greenwood's situation. He may never play for the club again. We know that Cavani will be leaving in the summer as well. Cristiano Ronaldo's got a finite time left at United, only 1 year probably after this. That's if he stays. That's if he stays, if he's happy with no Champions League football. And that's if Ten Hag wants him. There's some talks about, oh, Ten Hag might not want to play with Ronaldo. What a load of tosh. Who wouldn't want to at least try and play with Ronaldo in your squad? He's the GOAT. I'm sure Ten Hag would be desperate to keep on of Cristiano Ronaldo if he watched him at all this season for Man United, because he's the one that's actually been winning us the games. So I'm pretty sure anybody in their right mind would want to keep Cristiano Ronaldo at Man United for next season. It's just about whether or not Cristiano Ronaldo stays, decides that he wants to honour his contract and wants to play in the Europa Gash League or the Europa Gash Conference League or whatever it may be, instead of being in the Premier competition in Europe, which is, of course, the Champions League, which he's all about. With the goals and the accolades that he's won in that tournament. He wants to add to it. Let's just ask the live chat. Let's have a vote. In your heart of hearts, what do you think happens to Mr. Don Cristiano Ronaldo in the summer? Does he stay at Man United for next season, or does he go and try and find a club that will take him to have Champions League football and maybe add to his possibilities of winning another one or adding to his goals in that competition? Because it is a very, very strong possibility that, well, he might not think that it's a very good career move to stay at Manchester United if he's all about the legacy. If he's all about the legacy, unless we go on and win the Europa and he's not got that shite, but who wants it, then, well, it's not really that great, is it? Stays, says Naz786. Stays, says John Michael. Goes, says Real Killers. Stays, says Naz. Go to Real Madrid, says Owen. CR7 goes, says Flabby. You think he will 75% stay, Rajet? He loves United, doesn't he? The only thing that I personally think is maybe a bit of an issue is, remember that interview he gave a few months ago where he did say, I've not come here to finish 5th or 6th and not win anything. I've come here to win and win trophies and all that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, well, he hasn't done that at all in this first season. And in a rebuilding season with Erik ten Hag here, where we're not expecting to really win a lot of things or challenge at all for the Premier League title, or even in the Champions League. Like, nobody's really expecting Ten Hag to get us winning anything next season. It's just a rebuilding season. Does Ronaldo want to be at United during a rebuilding season as well? Ooh, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes, guys. I'm just saying, it wouldn't surprise me. One more season. I hope you're right, Neil Disco. Hey, look, I love the guy. I really want him to stay. He's been one of our only best actual good players this season, along with De Gea, consistently putting in good performances. And yeah, we're desperate to keep hold of him. I'll keep hold of him till he's 40, if you ask me. He's still probably be better than half these whippersnappers, but he's 40, this guy. He's just a physical beast, and he's still great. I mean, yeah, he's going to be slowing down over the next couple of seasons, but look at him this season. He's not exactly slowed down too much just yet, has he? So Cristiano is still one of the GOATs in world football, still a massive asset in any team. United should be desperate to keep hold of him, but I wouldn't begrudge him if he did move on in the summer and go to a Champions League team. Owen Thorne, thank you so much for being a member of the channel for 5 months, Owen. Nice one. He's got a highlighted member comment in there. He says, what's your score prediction for tonight, Pig? I'm going for 2-1. Yeah, 2-1 to United. I think Ronaldo has scored both of our goals. I think we will concede because we always concede. And we've got a bad defence. And that's the reality of this situation. We'll probably concede. But Brentford are a good team as well, especially at this moment in time, in good form. And they're good football inside. I think they're good. I think their manager's good. And I think they're in good form and a good team. That's the key word. In terms of a team, Brentford are a much better team than Man United right now. I don't think you can argue that. Man United don't really resemble a team. Bunch of fucking prima donna meltbags, want away melts who just want away and are not even really bothering playing anymore, it seems. That's what it's been the case most of the season. It's like there's been so much upheaval this season and players already thinking about leaving in the summer, whether it's been Pogba over the season or Matic now or Mata or Lingard or Martial or whoever the hell's at some point wanted to leave or had thoughts of leaving. And it's just this isn't a team. It's not a good team. There's no cohesion in this team. So yeah, they're a better team than us right now. It doesn't mean they're going to beat us because if United put in a decent display tonight and actually show some fight and spirit and also, like I say, feed the Don, GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo, we can batter them up. Of course we can. We've got better players than them. But in terms of who's a better team right now, they are actually a better team than us as a team. Okay. So... yeah, not very nice. Thomas Frank was so irate after the last game too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was not a happy bunny, was he? Yeah, I think that the decisions were a disgrace. Ralph Rangnick expecting 2 or 3 new strikers at Manchester United. So the 63-year-old taking the Austria job, he's going to be advising United on a super part-time basis, 1 or 2 days a week on the blower via FaceTime or some shite. It's going to be a nonsense, my friend. What a debacle. What an absolute fucking piece of shit move this was, though. You know what I'm saying, though, guys? Like, we've been fed an absolute fucking gash spoon there by the Glazers, haven't we? Oh yeah, Rangnick's going to be coming in to do this consultancy role. He's going to manage Austria now, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Okay, he's doing both, right? Okay, he's doing both. But my goodness, like, how involved is he really going to be? He's not going to be massively involved in the inner workings of the football club, I don't think. I think it's important to have him and have some advice and consulting and all that sort of stuff. But he's got one hand in the Austria jar, mate. So I really don't think that I just can't stand our club and the way it's run. These guys who run our football club, I can't stand them guys. They're a fucking disgrace, man, honestly. But anyway, Ralph Rangnick is going into his consultancy role. He said that we need a couple of new strikers. Martial's not expected to sign for Sevilla on a permanent basis this summer, but a recent report has claimed that we could be trying to put him in a swap deal for Lautaro Martinez. So that's a possibility, but I really don't think so. It sounds like paper talk to me. I read that in the Express yesterday. I was just thinking, what? I mean, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, we do need a striker in the summer, absolutely. Martinez would be a decent acquisition. Whether or not they take Martial, I don't know. Martial's on huge money. Okay, so also we've got an update on Darwin Núñez. So we have got some reports to say that Darwin Núñez is still very, very strongly linked to Manchester United and that we are exploring all avenues to the signing. And he's, of course, scored a shitload of goals this season. So just a little update on Darwin Núñez. There are some reports still about Manchester United progressing with talks for him. He's going to cost a lot of money, though, and for those reasons, I personally don't think that it's as likely as some of the other players we've maybe discussed in the striking positions. Yep, also, just a bit of transfer news quickly before I get into the live chat for a Q&A, guys. We've basically done the preview there. I will get into the live chat again in a few minutes' time. Once again, drop a like on this video, hit the sub up, and we'll be doing a Q&A in 2 minutes. We're just going to cover this little bit of transfer news I've got for United for the day, and then we'll get into it. Barcelona have understood to have set a £60 million price tag for Frankie de Jong as well. Frankie de Jong with reports that Manchester United are very interested in him with Ten Hag coming in. Whether or not they'll move for him, whether or not we'll spend our budget there, whether or not he would want to come to Man United without top four and without Champions League football's another question. Also, we've got a report that Edinson Cavani is opting to stay in Europe this summer with La Liga his preferred choice. But also it's reported that Boca Juniors are also very, very interested and they are prioritising a move for Edinson Cavani right now. That's the reports that we're hearing. So he wants to stay in Europe. He wants to play in Spain. But according to various outlets, that Cavani is also being heavily linked to a move to Boca Juniors. So there you go, guys. He's not made an appearance for United since, of course, that Atletico Madrid game on March the 15th, where he came on as a sub. I wonder if he'll come on as a sub tonight and play and maybe give us a cheeky little goal. Come on, El Matador. You know what? Last year, it's easy to slag Ederson off, and he's not really, he's an injury-prone melt, isn't it? Whether or not he's really got his head in the game for United this season, it's probably not. It's probably like everybody else. 1 foot out the door already. Nobody really gives a toss. He's just collected his pay packet. I get that. But actually, if you look at his performances when he's played for United on the pitch, you can never say he's anything short of a committed player who always tries. I've never looked at Ederson and gone, oh, he's fucking doing a Marcus Rashford, head's gone. He's jogging around like Paul Pogba, he can't be asked. No, he's always fucking tooth and nail fighting for Manchester United. So I do respect the way he plays for United. And last season, Edinson Cavani scored, 15, 16, 17 goals for us all over the place, coming on here and there. Very important goals. Some fantastic goals as well, and he will always have a fond memory in my heart of United, just as a good free signing that we made that did help out and that was really good for us for a season. He was good for us for a season. He's not good for us anymore, though. So it's time to go. But also, it would be lovely. I really do think he deserves it based on what he did for us last season. Not so much this year, but I think he deserves it to get a cheeky little goal at Old Trafford before he goes. So I really hope he does come on the pitch tonight and scores a banger. It would be just poetic if he did, because, you know, he deserves it. I couldn't really give a toss if Harry Maguire ever plays for Man United again, or if Paul Pogba gets a swan song under the lights, you know, playing for United one last time. I couldn't really give a toss because I don't really, honestly, even though they've been in longer and stuff, I don't even think they deserve it. But I'd love to see Cavani get a couple of run-outs and score at Old Trafford tonight would be beautiful. So let's get a cheeky little El Matador emoji in the live chat for Ederson. Hope he turns up tonight. The Vax destroyed Cavani carrier. Hey, maybe Richard Rojas. Brilliant movement and always gives 100%. Spot on, Gunshi. Committed. Never lets his head go down as well. If he misses a chance, he dusts himself off and gets bang focused for the next one. He's a very committed, determined player. Always enjoyed watching him. It's just a shame, actually, that we couldn't see more of him and Ronaldo together. So I still think that could have worked. I know it's not the done thing these days to play 2 strikers up top as much, but it could have worked. I think if you've got 2 quality players like that, Cristiano and Cavani maybe been a bit more of a workhorse, dropping a bit deeper of the 2 of them and helping the team out a bit more of the hold-up man. And then also, you know, you got Ronaldo playing on the last man a bit more. Could have actually worked really well, but he was not fit for the season. He's constantly out injured. It's a shame. It's a shame, but much not to Edinson Cavani. I've got fond memories of the guy. Hopefully he does get a good performance tonight from him. Speaking of tonight, Manchester United fans have a planned protest ahead of the Monday night game against Brentford, by the way. Hashtag Glazers out. Let's get the green and gold emojis. And fair play to all these people that are protesting and refusing to go into the game until, 17 minutes into the game. It does set a tone. It does get picked up on the TV cameras and stuff like that. And it does get talked about on there. So I think it's good to keep it going, to highlight the shite job that these owners are doing of running this football club. They are running it, actually, but they're running it into the damn ground. They're just milking it for money. So it's a disgrace. We all know it. We've talked about it 100 times, but looking Glazers out there, absolute disgrace. And I just respect every single one of these protesters that refuses to go in for the first 17 minutes because of it, just to prove a point, just to show a message. What can you really do? Okay, you can not go to the games to begin with, I suppose, but then you're depriving yourself of your own entertainment, which you look forward to, and supporting the team that you love. So it's a catch-22, isn't it? But anyway, protest tonight. Get those green and gold emojis in there. Hashtag Glazers out. Zlatan's been speaking as well and has confessed that he enjoyed playing in the Premier League because he came up against so many skeptics. So recently he did say some critical stuff about Manchester United, didn't he? But just lately he said some more stuff saying, I had fun. He told ESPN, I really enjoyed it because when I came, everybody was against it. And then in England, they didn't like me. All these haters, after 3 months, they start to like me. I didn't like them anymore. I like people when they hate you because they then bring out the better of you. I had fun. It's a great competition, an amazing atmosphere. I'm happy I played for United, which I think is the best team in England. And I think it was the right choice to go to Manchester United. So at least he's finally come out, Zlatan, and said some good stuff about Manchester United there. He said he thinks it's the right choice and he loved, and he was happy that he played for Manchester United. He said, I think I came in a good moment because it's easy to come to the club when the success is already there. It's more difficult when you come and the challenge is different. And then if you manage to have a success, you're part of the story. So the fans were great to me. And I really enjoyed it. A lot of things happened. Yeah, hey, look, we had a successful season when Zlatan was here, didn't we? We won the Europa League. We won the Mickey Mouse League Cup. And we also won the Community Shield. He did miss out on the Europa League final. He was injured at the time, I remember. But he had a you know, he did have a big hand in that season. He scored a lot of goals. Zlats was brilliant, but at the same time, you know, shut up. No, finally, he's saying some nice, good stuff about us. I like that. Nice one, Zlatan. My name is Zlatan, and I am lion, my friend. Zlatan does not heal like regular human being. Zlatan heals like lion. Zlatan does not adhere to regular journalistic standards. Zlatan creates his own. True. I mean, Zlatan's his own entity. You've got to love a bit of Zlatan, don't you? I love Zlatan. Anyway, okay. So also, we are in the hunt for a couple of players still, guys. Just briefly before I get into the live chat, we do have links to Declan Rice still. Declan Rice, I don't think that link's going to go away. ESPN today reporting that United likely have a clear run of signing West Ham's Declan Rice this summer. But it's whether or not this guy will actually want to play for us, because of the fact we don't have Champions League football again, guys. Because we slipped down the pecking order. And if there is maybe another offer from another club that comes in, maybe he'd go there. Or maybe he would look at the situation from West Ham and just go, well, for another season, maybe it's not the right time to move because they don't have Champions League football. Let's just wait and see how it plays out, whether or not Man United shit the bed even more next season or not. So who knows? It's possible. It's possible, but at the same time, we're not going to go and spend that money on one player. He's the midfield Harry Maguire for us, unfortunately. I'm not saying he's going to do what Harry Maguire did for us, but it's that sort of money. To convince West Ham to sell him, you're going to have to spend a huge amount of money, somewhere maybe around £100 million. It's ridiculous for a CDM. We're not going to do that on one player. We have to look at improving the overall whole squad here. We've got a couple of forwards need to come in, at least one. We've got two midfielders, in my opinion, we need to sign, with Pogba leaving, Matic leaving, and all the rest of them. You've got to get another centre-back in as well, because we've got a bunch of melters, maybe even a new wing-back. So there's a lot of positions need strengthening in this team. If we spunk 100 million on one player, then the rest of those signings are going to look pretty shit. So I don't see Declan Rice coming this season at all. No, don't think it's going to happen. Maybe we are cleared to sign him, but that's because, yeah, they'd quite happily sell him for 120 million. But we're not going to spend that money. Yeah, Ratchet says Paul Pogba to play CDM. No, thank you. Paul Pogba out. It's time that Paul Pogba left this club, I think, based on what he's done. And also the situation, if he wants to take a significant pay cut and be a squad player, fine. And even then, I think he's just taking up the space of somebody else who could do better and is more committed for the club. I wouldn't say that to his face, says Gungshi. Who's this we're talking about now? I literally forgotten everything I said. Oh, Zlatan. No, I probably wouldn't, mate. He's a big bastard, and he's Zlatan. He's a big bastard. And he's also got like a black belt in Taekwondo. And he's also just like athletic as fuck. He would definitely kick me in the head before I knew anything about him, mate. But you know what? I would still say it to him, mate. I'd just run away afterwards and get in an Uber, because otherwise he'd catch me up. But anyway, right. So, yeah, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. What a guy, though. What a guy. Well, that's basically it, guys. That's it. So if you're just joining us, yeah, the squad for tonight is there. You can see that Garnacho's in the squad. Alvaro Fernandez is in the squad as well. Maybe these guys will come on as subs. They did play in the under-23s game, though, against Liverpool yesterday, I think it was. So they don't have, it's unlikely that they're going to start, but they may well feature. So, yeah, let's get in the live chat, see what you guys are saying. Thank you, everyone who's in there. There's 224 legends tuning in right now. Thank you so much, each and every one of you guys, for tuning in. Please do us a massive favour, drop a like. Let's see if we can get 200 likes on the stream. We just hit 150. Come on. Let's see if we can get 200 likes on the stream and get your thoughts and opinions in. Now's the time. I was going to move that out the way so we can see more of the live chat put up here for anybody who wants to see the confirmed squad for the game if they're just coming in. I'll just pop it up there. Okay, so Flabby G comments, Pogba isn't worth 200k. He's worth at least 450k each week. Phil Jones emoji. Right, okay, well, for opposition fans, he is worth that much. But for Man United, he is not worth that much. I honestly think if Pogba wanted to be paid, if he was happy to be paid 180k a week, maybe it makes sense to keep him. He does do some good things sometimes. But actually, like I said, his whole mentality, I don't think is the right fit for Man United. So he's going to always cause us problems because he's not going to turn up in half the games that you play him in, no matter how much he's being paid a week. So I just think Pogba out. I don't even want him anymore, guys. I mean, as sad as it is to say, we bought this guy for 89 million. Fergie let him go originally. Didn't see what all the fuss is about originally. Decided that maybe, I don't know, character-wise, mentality-wise, consistency-wise, whatever it was, he wasn't right for the rough and tumble of the Premier League. And it turned out he was right. Good old Sir Alex Ferguson was right, because we've seen his second spell at Manchester United where we paid 89 million for the guy, and it's been nothing short of a mediocre mess, in all fairness. Few great outstanding performances, which you can count on one hand, maybe two, in the whole 6 years that he's been at the football club. So definitely I'm on the Pogba out wagon. I can't be thinking of any reason to keep him at this stage. If they do sign him up to a new contract, then, well, it's just the fact that United probably are scared that we have to go out there in the window and sign an actual player for actual money, and it might just be cheaper right now to sign Pogba. One thing I will say is something has changed, obviously, in the last couple of weeks. Oh, thank you, Gunshin, you legend. Get in there, you Don. Thank you, Russia. So obviously something has changed, which is that his agent, Mino Raiola, has passed away. So in terms of like what's going on with Paul Pogba, he's obviously going to have to get a new agency. He's going to have to get a new agent. And so are a couple of other players we mentioned, such as Haaland, Zlatan, these guys. Maybe they have the same agency. I don't really know how it really works. I mean, did Raiola have his own agency, which is still going to effectively continue, or was it just him independently as a football agent, as a man? I'm not really 100% sure, in all fairness. So maybe his agency would go on, but I don't think that is the case. I think he's going to have to get a new agent. Johnny M, how are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing good, Johnny M. Thanks for joining us, boss. Yeah, Brentford has been on an amazing run, big God Bob. They can get Christian Eriksen on the ball, over 2.5 goals with 2-2 draw, United to win. Yeah, he has been formidable for them. He's created more chances for them than anybody else since he's come into the side. He's definitely a good player, mate. He's a baller, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has a hand in the goal that they score against us tonight, because I'm going for a 2-1 to United. Jonathan Gallagher, exactly, says Cedric Burner. Cedric, where's your comment gone? He says, yeah, exactly. In 10 years, if we do this right, people will be talking about how we did it. What did Jonathan say? Jonathan said, I'm bored of Pogba, just sack him already. Cedric Burner worked for Liverpool and City. Right, okay, so you're talking about, like, what are you talking about, Jonathan? 50 million should max for new players. Yeah, get the certain types of players, right ages, the right sort of place in their career where they're ready to step up and fight and try and improve their own careers, but also ready to take a step up to a big club like United. Something like Ruben Neves, or, you know, some of these younger players like Declan Rice would be another good one, but he's just too much money. Chouameni, or Radiant Chouameni, you know, 22 years to 25 years old. You shouldn't really be signing anybody older than that right now. You want to get good, young, hungry players who are going to get better over the next few years. K Wars, thank you so much for your highlighted member comment, dude. Get in. He says he's been a member for 6 months. Let's get a hashtag 6 months in the live chat there, by the way, for K Wars. He says, haven't been seeing a lot of Maguire. Good sign. Yeah, he's out injured at the moment, thankfully. He's got a bit of a knee problem, I think. Probably down to carrying that massive slab of concrete around on his shoulders, my friend. It's got to carry its problem somewhere, doesn't it? It's a big cranium he's hiking around with him. But I'm just saying, he is out at the moment. So, yeah, he's actually injured, which is great news. So happy to see that. Sorry to say, you know, I don't wish injuries upon anyone. But in terms of our captain, Harry Maguire, I am happy that he's injured, because it just means we get to see somebody else. And I hope Rangnick gives Eric Bailly a chance tonight, because he hasn't played, and he's a good player and he deserves a chance. He won't be any worse, I don't think, than the likes of Victor Dwindloff. So I do hope that we don't see Maguire for the rest of the season, and I would like to see Bailly given a bit of a run now. Thank you, K-Wars, for getting in here and supporting this channel for 6 months, you absolute legend. Very much appreciated of you, man. Thank you so much for being a bacon brigadier. So Fikey says, can't remember ever being happy a player was injured. No, I can't really remember it up until this point either. Maybe there has been a time before when it would have been better and benefited the team that the player couldn't play, just based on form, but I can't really remember. But this instance, yeah, Maguire, definitely. Victor Lindelof's been good though, says Rajat. Has he though? I don't think he has. He was good earlier on in the season. I think the first half of the season, Lindelof did really well. He impressed me. He did have a good first half of the season, 100%. But the second half of the season has been absolutely pitiful. And actually, recently, he's just shown all the same vulnerabilities that he's always had. The one-on-one defending in the last game, the Chelsea game. Wow. He was awful. Timo Werner got the better of him 2 or 3 times really easily. Lucky Timo Werner can't fucking hit the side of a Renault Espace if he's a yard away from it. But lucky for us that was the case. Otherwise, it would have been a couple of goals for Timo Werner. Lindelof was just getting done every single time. He's not a great one-on-one defender. He's good. He's a good player. I like him. He's a good passer of the ball. future CDM, I reckon. Take him to CDM. He could be a good CDM for Manchester United, but as a centre-back, he's not reliable enough. He's not dependable enough. He's just not quite a quality enough defender. United should be having a world-class defence there. You should be trying to aspire to have the likes of, well, I hate to say it all the time, but Rio and Vidic. That's the sort of standard you should have. We're never going to get another Rio and Vidic, but hey, look, that's the standard we should be trying to reach towards, not trying to settle for some Slabby Maguire, Victor Lindelof, flat-pack IKEA furniture melt. What's the bloody point? Yeah, I hope Garnacho's going to come on as well. You celebrated with beers on a weeknight when I found out Harry Maguire was injured. For the rest of the season, says Real Killers. Nice one. Me too, mate. I'm still celebrating now. 169 likes, guys. Get in there. Thank you, everyone, for dropping the like button. That's awesome. 69 dudes. We got 169 likes on our way to the big 200. I'm going to stick around for probably another 10 minutes until about 6 o'clock. So get your thoughts and opinions in very quickly, and we'll just dissect what you are feeling for tonight's game. And we'll be back on at 7:30 as well for the watch along. So do get yourself tuning in for that. We'll be back on to see what happens. Hopefully United don't let us down like they always do. You think he might want out after his house got robbed, says Sir Fire Key? Right, yeah. Good shout. Yeah, good shout, maybe. Well, he could be sold in the summer. I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't be bothered if any of our centre-backs go. Even Varane. And that might sound a bit extreme, but I think Varane's a quality player, and we're very lucky to have him. But is he going to be fit for most of the season, or is he just a bit of an injury-prone melt? That's the problem. So I don't want to get rid of Varane. I'm not saying get rid of Varane. But what I would say is get rid of Maguire, get rid of Jones, get rid of Bailly, get rid of Lindelof. Fucking get rid of all of them. Start again at centre-back there. Try and get some quality players. Get one good, young, hungry player like that Jurriën Timber from Ajax who's 20. And then go and get a more established, more experienced player. Maybe like Pau Torres. There you go. You've got 2 new centre-backs in. And you bring Mengi through as well. Mengi, one of the youngsters, through. There you go. You're sorted. You've got a replenished centre-back pool of players to choose from, and you've got rid of all the shit off your books in one fell swoop. It actually makes a lot of sense. Don't get rid of Bailly, he says, will perplex you. But he's just not really going to, I don't think he's really going to play that much. What are you saying then? We go with Varane and Bailly next season? He's too erratic himself, man, and he's injury prone. You cannot rely on a centre-back pairing of Varane and Bailly because they're both injury prone. I'd be surprised if they managed to have a run of bloody 5 games where they're both fit together, because one of them at some point is going to be out injured. Ted Zavala, what's up, my man? How you doing, Ted Zavala? Yes, mate. Great to see you in here. Kevin Mole as well. How you doing there now? Devils fan. Yeah, we're not a good side at the moment. Kevin, no, it's got to be said. Richard Rojas, Manchester United is better off without Bruno than better off with Bruno than without him, says Richard. Yeah, yeah. He's been a fantastic player for us. It would be foolish to just chuck him away at this moment. Same goes for Rashford, really. As bad as Rashford is this season, previously he has been good for us. There is a good player in there somewhere. You got to try and get that player to come back out. Mengi and Axel, yeah, there you go, Raja Felicia. So there you go, Mengo and Axel, and get everybody else out of the football club. Good shout. No need to be Varane and bloody Lindelof, says Rajette. Will perplex you, says Maguire is not injury prone, but Bailly is injury prone. Why, God, why? I know, if only it was the other way around, pal. But you make a good point there. You need somebody who is kind of robust. Harry Maguire is robust. I know he's out injured at the moment, but he's the type of player that's going to play most of your games throughout the season. He's not really going to run into too many injury problems, which is a big plus. That is a big plus about Harry Maguire. And now every other single point we could make is not a plus. Well, maybe he's homegrown, that's a plus. He plays for England, that's a plus. He's in his prime, that's a plus. The other negatives, though, far outweigh the positives for Harry Maguire. He's on quite a bit of money for a gash player. He's a gash captain with no leadership qualities. He's fucking shite, one-on-one defending as well. Turns like a fucking yacht. He's a bit of a melt when it comes to like off the field interviews and stuff. Like, doesn't really show himself to be a true inspirational type guy or a great leader or somebody that is really has truth in their conviction or is really meaning what he's saying. He's just a bit of a hollow melt. That's my opinion on him. So anyway, I just don't really think that there's so many bad players that the club need to go. Whichever centre-backs you look at this moment for us, it's not the best of centre-back pairings. Maguire needs to go. We need to sign a top-quality centre-back and a good young centre-back also, in my opinion, and get rid of some of the other guys like we just mentioned, like Phil Jones. What the fuck's Phil Jones still doing around the gaff, guys? I like Phil. Let's get some Phil Jones emojis in there. But really, when you actually think about it, what the fuck's he still doing here, guys? It's awful running this football club. Yeah, Bruno's had a poor season. Philip Chapman, he will turn it around, I think. New manager comes in, new fresh approach, new players as well for extra added competition and something to sort of ignite that hunger again in the club. And also a new campaign, new era, new coach, new tactics. Hopefully that's going to just get the best out of some of these players who have been poor and they get another chance at least to prove themselves to us. I think Rashford's going to come back under Ten Hag. I honestly do. He's been so bad this season, though. He looks like, doesn't even look like the same player. Paul Story comments, Bailly's a weird one. 3 managers haven't rated him. Must be a reason. Yeah. And you can't rely on him because he's constantly in and out the side with injuries. How long would I give Ten Hag? He's got to get that full 3 years, in my opinion, Naz. But of course, there is some targets he's got to hit during those 3 years. I'm not expecting anything mad out of him in the first year. I think just needs to get us playing a new style and get rid of a lot of the players, get them out, get all these guys we just mentioned gone and get new players in. That's going to take a year and 2 windows, I think, just to get rid of players and get new players in. And then he's got to try and hit them played a certain way. I think his target should be about, trying to challenge for the top 4 this season, but really, even if he didn't finish top 4, it depends on how we're doing. We just need to see a new crop of youngsters coming through as well, new signings, developing, playing the right sort of football, going about in an attacking way. If we're prepared to go more attacking and concede a few more goals and maybe lose 1 or 2 at the start, I'm prepared to do that because I want to see us lay the foundations for this United DNA under Ten Hag where we play a more attacking, total football type footy. Whereas you look at like Liverpool and Klopp, it took them time. Now they're doing it. But originally, they still set out to play an attacking style in the same sort of fashion. They just didn't have the players necessarily to be able to do that. They were defending. They were getting done defensively. The goalkeeper was letting them down. They didn't have the same solid centre-back partnership, etc. They needed to add players over the course of a few seasons. But they laid the foundations with their philosophy and style and how they did it. That's what United need to do. We just need to be patient. We need to go attacking. We need to just get the youngsters through as well as much as we can. Try and find a couple of gems and bring them through and go out there, sign a lot of new players. I think in his first season, he needs to try and finish, it's not even about the finish. The second season, we need to be finishing top 4. And the third season, we've got to be challenging for the title. That's how it works at Manchester United. He's not going to get any more than that if he's failing and finishing out outside the top 4 3 years in a row. He's got to progress, but I think we can all give him time to do that. Let Phil concentrate on his Gurncoin empire. Attack Lee Gung-Shi. Yeah, he's onto a winner there. Face Jones is on grounds duty, big, or at least it feels like it. He's still a player. Been a few years since he played now. Yeah, Charlie, it has. Yeah, he's played 1 or 2 games. Don't know why he played last time out. That was a strange one against City, wasn't it? Was it City, the City game? Or I can't remember now. But was it the Liverpool game? No, yeah, Liverpool game, wasn't it? It was a fucking stupid decision anyway. Ninja Starmer says, will Rashford be in the same category as Sturridge and Welbeck, who are hot prospects and never live up to expectations? Sadly, he's getting into that category at the moment. And if he's not careful, he will be another Welbs. Top 4 is unrealistic goals in the first year. Yeah, Bristolian and Mackham. Think about the other teams as well. Liverpool not going anywhere. City not going anywhere. Chelsea may be going somewhere. They might fall off because of what's happened with their ownership and stuff, but also they might not. And then you've also got Arsenal, who are looking a bit better these days. Tottenham, they might try and kick on next season. Newcastle will be spending big money trying to do the same. So it doesn't get any easier for Manchester United. Man United need to get back to form ASAP, says Steve Mercer. The league form is poorer without you challenging. Liverpool supporter. Thanks for getting in here, mate. Steve Mercer getting in here from fucking Liverpool, mate. Appreciate you, Steve. Nice one. Yeah, you're right. It misses something without United being one of the top teams challenging the other top teams. I agree. You guess even Rangnick ball would work. We just needed defenders and midfielders, to be honest. Give Rangnick money and players he can also put us through. Yeah, the thing is, though, you haven't haven't seen enough from him to suggest that we should stick with him as our coach. But, he is obviously decent in what he's done in the past and stuff. Mokan says top 4 is realistic considering where we've been finishing. Don't let Rangnick lower our expectations or our standards. It's not really Rangnick's fault about lowering the standards. It's more the Glazers have lowered our standards over the years, and we've got to be realistic about where we're going to finish, mate. And even next season, I don't think we should be realistically looking at getting top 4. Sorry to say, yeah, of course we want to get top 4. We could get top 4. If Ten Hag makes the right signings and we play the right football and he beds them in and they play nice after a couple of months and they're all a proper team again, then yeah, we could get top 4. But it's not even that realistic, I don't think. I don't think it's that realistic. We can write off next season, says Jonathan Gallagher. Well, let's ask the live chat. There's a couple of people who are very optimistic about where we could finish next season, and I respect that. I hope you're right. I think we're going to finish 5th. Where do you guys think Man United will finish next season in Ten Hag's first season? Then again, this is just a complete speculative guess right now. We don't even know what the window's going to look like. He could go and sign like some mad players and the squad could just be looking so much better come the start of the new season. And we could also get rid of a lot of the shite, i.e. Harry Maguire. And we could just be looking at a much better team by the start of the season. So we'll have to wait and see. But at the moment in time, I'm going to say 5th for our first season in charge. 6th says Ninja Starman. Top 3 says Will Perplex You. Top 4 says Batman Night Fan. Nuts says number 6. You're going 3 years minimum to sort this mess out. Top 4 form yet alone challenging. Yeah, that's exactly right. Paul Story needs backing, needs time for his players to be bought and the players he doesn't want to be sold, and also the philosophy and the just everything that it takes to build a team takes time. Chris Koo thinks 1st. Top 6 says Dave. Tight 4th says Mo Khan. 1st says Chris Koo. 5th says Rajat. 3rd says Will Perplex You. 5th, 4th at best says Jonathan Gallagher. 6th says Johnny M. 3rd to 5th says Gungshiliani. You're saying 4th says Mickey Kramer. Top 3 says, that's what I like the optimism, guys. Most of you guys are saying 3rd or 4th or 5th. So, not too bad. I think as long as we're in the mix, as long as he's got us playing a certain way, as long as we're looking like we're progressing, everyone's not really going to be too bothered about whether we finish 3rd or whether we finish 5th. Although, yeah, we won Champions League football. The most important thing is just progress and getting us to the point where we don't want to be challenged for the top 4. We want to be challenging for the title. We want to be winning trophies. So it's not about the first season and where we finish, in all fairness. Sub 2 Flying Pig United says relegation battle. Yeah, that's hey, I like your style, Thomas Kelly. History repeats itself. We have the class of 92, and this season is the class of 22. Nice. We'll get preseason, so basically we'll get the time to embed his DNA. True, but it still takes a long time. Will Perplex You. Still takes a long time. Like this, his side won't be a proper Ten Hag side for months, I don't think, mate, because it does take a while to instill that system and get everybody knowing their roles and working together as a team and organised, and that's going to take a little bit of time. I think, of course, we're going to work on a lot of things in the summer with the tour and everything, and we'll be a much better team in terms of a Ten Hag team by the end of that tour. But add another few months onto that, and surely he will have us playing a certain way. Top 4 says Rob. Top 4's on says Cedric Burner. Nice. Rajat says 3-year challenge and 5th year competing to win the title. 5 years to win the title. Oh, I don't know if I could take that. Did you watch the Eric Ten Hag, the Prestige video? I don't know if I have 786. I don't think I have. I don't think I have, mate. Big Bob Boss says bottom 4. Jonathan says the timing's embarrassing. He should be here before end of the season. It would be nice, Jonathan, but he's got a job to do over there, hasn't he? So, unfortunately, it's not going to happen, mate. He's got to finish up in the Eredivisie first. I respect that. I respect that. He wants to finish there. But, yeah, strange timing, I agree. Guys, I've just seen the time. It's 6:02. We're going to have to wrap this video up. But do what Mickey Kramer says and smash that like button on the video, guys. Give it a cheeky little thumbs up. Do drop a like on it if you have not done so. You know it makes sense. Help us get to 200 likes. We're not actually that far away. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, please do smash that like. Also, do hit that subscribe button. If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get notified when we post. We cover all the latest United news in a no bullshit, no clickbait way. We don't just pump out 5 or 6 bullshit clickbait videos about, half stories in the bullshit tabloid media crap. We talk about the legit stuff as and when it's going on. So click the bell. That way, when you get a notification, you know there is a reasonable update. And also, smash the old follow on the socials as well. Follow us on Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. You can check out the website as well, unitedflyinghigh.com. You can join the Discord as well, where we post some transfer news. There's a Rate My Team FIFA section in there. There's a meme section. And we also post all the videos in there for these shows and stuff so you can get notified. Because sometimes YouTube notifications don't work, guys. So, you can follow the Discord. Just click the ! Discord in the live chat, and that'll bring up the link to the Discord. Do get yourself in there if you haven't. And be back for the Liverpool game in about an hour and a half, guys. We'll be on for 7:30. Come and join us for the watch along. Come on, United. Did I say Liverpool? I meant Brentford. Guys. It's because I read Gungshi say, apart from Liverpool and Shitty, anything can happen next season. We could get top 4 if we get off to a good start. I meant Brentford. We're back for the Brentford game. If only we could do a redo of that shitty Liverpool game, man. If we could have that one back. Gungshi, thank you so much, mate. Johnny Gallagher as well. Rob, thank you. He says, let's all hit the like button for Piggy. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Vutinator. Says, see you for this watch along 7:30. Don't be late. I'll try not to be. Charlie, Will, Naz, Olsen, Watty Stevens, Will Perplexity. There's the Discord link. Go and join it up. Nice one, guys. I'll pin it to the top of the chat, in fact, if anybody wants to go and join the Discord if you're not. Nark, Scoojo, Kayful Murphy as well. Much love to you, bro. I'm all good, man. Thanks for getting in here, man. All good. Great to see you. Rohan, Naz, Gungshi, Ninja Starman, Johnny, Mark Coughlin, everyone. Just wrap it up now. Have a great day. I'll be back for United Brentford a bit later on. 7:30, guys. Be there or be an absolute fucking Slabby Maguire square-headed milk bag. See you then, guys. Come on, United. We're going to fucking smash them up. Sue. And then hit them with a little another. Sue.